man late nights, got my eyes stay red, man, sleep deprived. And the last, I ain't gon' let a broke bitch to more relax. Sacrifice too much to put a hell of time on the month slide on you in the civil rock. No tumba, the homies telling me that I'm the cheap.
We're back. I'm back and I'm better. I know, Shaz. We back and we better.
And the last, I ain't gon' let a broke bitch to more relax. Sacrifice too much to put a hell of time on the month.
Glad I get to be live. I get to work on tracks. I get to work on music. I ain't even gonna mess around with trying to put the Instagram one up today. I might try and do that one tomorrow, like do a tomorrow night exclusive stream for that one.
If you wind up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't missing. Knock your head off, it's a non-admit decision. Mute to the line, why I ain't giving no this. Telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you wind up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't missing. Knock your head off, it's a non-admit decision. Mute to the line, why I ain't giving no description. I was out playing ball while I was in the kitchen. I syrup, the candy, and sugar.
The thing with like his is he raps so fast, right? Or like he's like a very like more repetitious. Whatchamacallit, you don't want a whole lot of reverb because it's like reverb's gonna hit on every audio signal that's going through it. So you kind of want to like dial it back and have something a lot shorter, so that way like when the signal's going through it, it's not like sending a long verb, sending a long verb. Keep it like short and like kind of like almost like the same way that he's like kind of rapping, if that makes sense. And then if I feel like he needs more, whatchamacallit, I'll put like a reverb 2 or a reverb 3 that's just like a whole different joint, like a Valhalla or something, and just make it like completely different. Or like give it like a longer decay or something like that. I got plans. I don't even want to like, I got plans.
I'm telling you now, I have plans that I cannot share with you right now because the haters will sabotage me.
Like I made it, now I want to like kind of like carve space for your main vocal, right? So now I'm going to look at like where it kind of clashes at with that main vocal.
I need money, how high? I'm trying to figure out. I met the man late nights, got my eyes stay red, man, sleep deprived. And the last, I ain't gonna let a broke bitch to more relax. And
I can tell like they're competing right there type shit. So like competing, right? Competing would be...
I need money, how high? I'm trying to figure...
So I've got your vocals like boosted right here, right? Gives it that nice, that's giving it that nice crisp frequency, right? I don't really want a whole lot like kind of like smothering that on the mid. So like in here, I'm carving out for that. And then here, I'm just putting more on the side. So I'm taking the highs and I'm putting them on the side versus your like right here and versus yours right here. I'm just kind of boosting them. I'm boosting them on the mid. Here we go. Boosting them on the mid, cutting them on the mid, and then expanding them on the side. So in here, this is where I kind of just like carve out space and like kind of make things like pretty much mix into like what I want them to sound like, right?
Set it off like both see, wipe it down, hold myself tequila till I drown, put it in word to bring up my account. I need money, how high? I'm trying to figure out. I met the man late nights, got my eyes.
Fast attack, fast release. For something like this, I'm slamming that that 1176, my boy. I am slamming that as fast attack and as fast release as humanly possible. For compressors, don't to specifically go by this. The UAD, this one specifically, like the 1176 series, like this is fast, going to the right, like higher number, and then this is slower. Very weird. A lot of the other things you would think like this is fast, like fast attack, fast release, but it's really like opposite on 1176 models. Oh, Valhalla on Ascend, I'll show you real quick. So if I wanted to pretty much like recreate this reverb 2 synth, go track, new track, I'm gonna put it in stereo because you want your reverb in stereo. We're just gonna call it, let's call it Valhalla. I think that's how you spell Valhalla. And then we are going to do a aux input, create Valhalla, and then we're gonna just recreate like our little channels right here. So we're going to find an input for it. Input is going to be, let's just say, bus 21 and 22. And then output is going to be my submaster or your master channel, whatever you have it going to. That's going to be submaster. You could also do an effects chain, like have your Valhalla go into an effects chain, but I kind of just do everything like within like the whatchamacallit right here. And then I'll go in here and I'll rename it. So like when we put it to like bus 21, 22, I'll go in here, I'll hit rename. And I'll call it like Valhalla on the rename. Boom, that's my Valhalla bus. Now when I go to, let's say I just want to add more reverb to this track specifically. Go here, Valhalla, boom.
Smack a motherfucker like my last night Smith. I'm a Western below the Wahalo tips on the coat.
I did all that and I didn't even put the plug in on that bitch. Haha. I'm dead. Put the plugin on it, and then now you'll see like it actually has an effect.
Smack a motherfucker like my last night's speed. Like my voice be loaded with hollow tips on the code. My bullet wrong me exactly when I was a living. Out of H10, so you certified tigs. But I'm a H alien boat on the nose.
And that's how you create a mix bus. Like when you're first starting out, it's definitely not as easy to like simply understand. Drag a piece. Oh, what do I got it? I got it in slip mode right now. So like I can just move anything anywhere. Versus if it was in grid mode, I'd be stuck to like the ones. And then what do I be doing? If I was in grid mode, for example, and it was like here and I wanted to drop it down, I just drop it like that. If I want to dupe it, option. When I'm in slip, I want to make sure it doesn't move anywhere. I hold command. Yeah, you hold command and it won't go left or right. It can only go up and down when you hold command in slip mode. Yeah. I'll tell you why. It makes it easier for when I want to do drops, right? So now I go in here because I know exactly what beat this is on. Watch, this shit will even actually sound really good. We do this, unmute this, and then we're gonna slow down, and then it sounds like this.
Too much to put a hell of time. All the mom slide on you in the civil ride. No doom by the homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen if you win the.
And then you could do it like that. And the reason why that makes it easier is because that's on a 1, and I know that's on a 1. And then you know snares are on a 3, right?
Sacrifice too much to put a hell of time. All the mom slide on you in the civil ride. No doom by
2,
the homies
3,
telling me
4.
that I'm the cheap.
So it should come back right here, right? Like the snare come back right here. Maybe I wanted to hit on the snare, come back in on that.
All the mom slide on you in the civil ride. No doom by the homies telling me that I'm the cheap.
Now watch, boom. Now we just getting in the groove. Now it's whatever I want, right? It's like you playing basketball with it. It's like is a dead man on this island, right? Like a lot of good men pass on this island. Now I make the beat do what I want it to. And also I have the stems. I can go back and like do this with the stems and like cut it up, make it a lot more cleaner and shit. But for 2-track purposes.
Sacrifice too much to put a hell of time. All the mom slide on you in the civil ride. No doom by the homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you wind up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't miss it. Knock your head off, it's not a mid decision. Mute to the line, I ain't giving no description. I was drum vibe.
So it has that little bit of like pitchiness to it, but then we match those with the mains.
Hey. Switching lanes, have a harder whole power. Drum vibrate.
Drop the lows. Drop the lows in there.
Hey. Switching lanes, have a harder whole power. Drum vibrate.
Now with those lows, we want more low end kind of focus. Make that more center.
Switching lanes, have a harder whole power. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compound.
Make y'all wider.
Switching lanes, have a harder whole power. Drum vibrates while I bump.
More reverb.
Switching lanes, have a harder whole power. Drum vibrates while I bump.
Too much reverb.
Switching lanes, have a harder whole power. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever lead a quit without your grain. Don't get caught sleep. It's too much to put a hell of time. All the mom slide on you in the civil ride. No doom by the homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you wind up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't miss it. Knock your head off, it's not a mid decision. Mute to the line, I ain't giving no description. I was out playing ball while I was in the kitchen. I savor the candy and sugar. Cut that shit up just like I was a butcher. Sipping with Maxwell kicking, pauses smitten, mittens hitting, painted villain, plotting dicking. Tree me giving me the vision, sticky icking, but the ceiling feeling lifting. Flowed as I got body verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sipping with the fishes, so I put them in a hearse. You thinking this, I'm stacking this torturous. Send my regards to the best and glorious. Forward as eyes, soul kissing the sky, flow striking the goal. Never coexistence. Maxwell kicking, pauses smitten, mittens hitting, painted villain, plotting dicking. Tree me giving me the vision, sticky icking, but the ceiling feeling lifting. Flowed as I got body verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sipping with the fishes, so I put them in a hearse. Eulogy the verse, blessings in the curse, from it I emerged. Torturous, send my regards to the best and glorious. Forward as eyes, soul kissing the sky, flow striking the goal with this drum. Mega go dumb with these never coexistence. Maxwell kicking, pauses smitten, mittens hitting, painted villain, plotting dicking. Tree me giving me the vision, sticky icking, but the ceiling.
Like I'm sure it's figure outable. figure outable? Yeah, it's definitely figure outable.
Say 3.5 a trick gun. Job up in a Rastafarian. Job me guardian. Ram so hot that you can box the car. You inhaling that me lungs like accordion. Know what?
I see him on Facebook Marketplace for like the low. So I'm, you know how I be on there. I might gotta throw somebody a little low ball. Gotta be a low ball demon on the Facebook Marketplace. You know, somebody got it up for 100. I might gotta be like, yo, I'll come right now, 30 cash, have it clean, ready for me when I get there, type shit.
I was out playing ball while I was in the kitchen. I served the candy and sugar. Cut that shit up just like I was a butcher. That Tim's on was a 501s. Boo sweater, snap back, felt gun. Bro.
Hitting pauses, smitten, mittens, hitting, painted villain, plotted thicken. Tree be giving me the vision, sticky icking, bunt the ceiling, feeling lifting. Float as I got body verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sleeping with the fishes, so I put him.
Hold on, don't leave me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't leave me. Bear with me. We doing other reverse it. Put it down, flip them reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go here, you go here, you go here, you go here.
Pistons are bigger riddance and big enough for coexistence. Maxwell getting pauses, smitten, mittens, hitting, painted villain, plotted thicken. Tree be giving me the vision, sticky icking, bunt the ceiling, feeling lifting. Float as I got body verse.
Never mind. You can leave me now. I thought it was gonna work out. It didn't work out the way I thought it would. You can leave now if you want to.
That's a bad, watch a younger do existence. Maxwell getting pauses, smitten, mittens, hitting, painted villain, plotted thicken. Tree be giving me the vision, sticky icking, bunt the ceiling, feeling lifting.
Fuck it, 888. Let's do it.
Tree be giving me the verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sleeping with the fishes, so I put the ceiling, feeling lifting. Float as I got body verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sleeping with the fishes, so I put.
Hold on, that actually might be fucking gas. Stop. Put it on every.
Giving me the vision, sticky icking, bunt the ceiling, feeling lifting. Float as I got body verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sleeping with the fishes, so I put him in a hearse. Eulogy the verse,
we might
in the earth from it I emerge.
Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. Don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught sleeping, these are rules to the game. Switching lanes, up a whole pound. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. Don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught sleeping, these are rules to the game.
Certified things, I'm up the Batman, break it walk back.
I served the candy and sugar. Cut that shit up just like I was a butcher. That Tim's on was a 501s. Boo sweater, snap back, felt gun. Broke his foot, had to up my fun. Bills to pay, miles to feed. Trying to find the energy to proceed. Made me hear the enemy still the king. I'm still the king. Let me down, switching lanes, up a whole pound. Drum vibrate.
And then I guess I could show how I import the stems real quick. Cool. So I would go to File, Import Audio. These are the stems to the instrumental, right? So this is all just like in a folder inside of like his session. So I go to the stems for the instrumental. Boom. Select all. Convert them. Open. It's gonna ask me to like generate new audio files for them, which might take it a second. It's gonna pretty much like load up what you saw as being the stems, and then I'll show you how I sum them to like a bus like all for themselves. Yeah, pretty much all these would come in with like no output, or they would have just like a random output, like some kind of like random like routing or something like that right here. So every time I just go in and I have a track preset that like routes everything to my beat mix, which is like this routing folder right here. So boom, I would just select all of them upon importing them, and then recall track preset, beat mix, boom, beat mix, and then everything. Like you saw how it changed color. That's what it was like before I started color coding everything. But then yeah, now everything would be routed to the same like mixing folder. So that's how I quickly like put in stems and then route them all to like this channel right here.
Still the king. I'm still the king. Let me down, switching lanes, up a whole pound. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. Don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught sleeping, these are rules to the game. Let me down, switching lanes, up a whole pound. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. All the months slide on you in the civil rock. No No tumbado, homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you end up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't missing. Knock your head off, it's a non-admit decision. Mute to the line, I ain't giving no description. I was out playing ball. Well, I was in.
And like the thing is, it's not bad. It's just taking up a lot of room, right there. Like it's so low and it's so loud, but it's taking up so much of like the volume that could be there.
Well, I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game.
Certified things, I'm up the Batman. Break you walk back, pain in your existence. I go the distance, I fire pistons. I bigger riddance, and big enough for coexistence. Maxwell kitten, pauses smitten, mittens hitting, painted villain, plotting thinking. Treat me, giving me the vision, sticky icking, bun the ceiling, feeling lifting. Float as I got body verse. Michael Jackson bad, watch a younger do worse. Sipping with the fish.
I'm gonna let it run through for a little bit. I'm looking for something I want to like enhance this guitar. I'm just not 100% sure like what I'm looking for yet. So I'm gonna cycle through some thoughts, some ideas.
The push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre to my compadre? Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Without your brain, don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre to my compadre? Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre to my compadre?
I know I'm a little bit of everywhere. Like I hear certain things and I'm like, tweak, and that's what I'm just bouncing around on right now.
My compadre, keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game.
Certified things, I'm up the Batman.
Don't you ever lead a crib.
So like I'm not the biggest component of like picking a preset and then being like, oh, like that's awesome, we live with it. Like no, like we're gonna go in and we're gonna tweak around, we're gonna learn something, we're gonna mess with some knobs, and we're gonna make it see if we can make it sound different, better, stuff like that. But we're not just gonna like pick a preset and like have that be like the all say B say for it, you know.
Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre?
Let's make these horns. Let's make these horns like real wide, just off road.
These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre to my compadre? Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre to my compadre? Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game.
Certified things, I'm up the Batman.
I'm happy with like the balance that it has. I kind of want to make this organ a little bit more dreamy.
Will I bump Andre to my compadre? Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight, and don't you ever lead a crib without your brain. Don't get caught slipping. These are rules to the game. Switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump Andre to my compadre? Keep rock, no tumbado. Homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you want a mom slide on you in the civil rock, no tumbado. Homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you end up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't missing. Knock your head off, it's a non-admit decision. Mute to the line, I ain't giving no description with the candy and sugar. Cut that shit up to like I was a butcher. That team zone was a 501s. Boo-boo sweater, snap back, falcon. Broke his foot, had to up my funds. Bills to pay, miles to feed. Trying to find the energy to proceed.
It almost sounds weird with the clap now. I've been listening to it with no like types of high perks or anything. It sounds so weird now.
Smack a motherfucker like my last name Smith. I'm a West and below the Wahalo test on the coded. My brother wrong me exact when I was a living. Out of H10, she a certified TX and pusher. That 10 zone was a 501s. Boo-boo sweater, snap back, falcon. Broke his foot, had to up my funds. Bills to pay, miles to feed. Trying to find the energy to proceed. Made me hear the enemy, still the king. I'm still the king. Live my house, switch.
No, I'm like dedicated to figuring this lexicon plugin out, if I'm being 100% honest.
No tumbado, homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you listen, if you end up on my vision, I hit it with the precision. 30 rounds and I ain't missing. Knock your head off, it's not proceed. Made me hear the enemy, still the king. I'm still the king. Live my house, switching lanes, about a whole pound. Drum vibrates, will I bump on compadre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever lead a quit without your grain. Don't get caught slipping, these are rules to the game. Live my down, switching lanes, I'm on the whole pound. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever my bullet around me is when I was a living. Out of H10, she is certified Tiggs, but I'm a H alien born on the no side. Hit him with a fade again, let them across side. Turn the heads to a T. Yo, set it off like both C. Wipe me down, hold myself tequila till I drown. Put it in word to bring up my account. I need money, how high? I'm trying to figure out. I met the man late nights, got my eyes stay red, man, sleep deprived. In the last, I ain't gon' let a broke bitch to more relax. Sacrifice too much to put a hell of time. All the months slide on you in the civil rock. No, though, homies telling me that I'm the cheap. But when I'm hoping that you buy today, keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever lead a quit without your brain. Don't get caught slipping, these are rules to the game. Vision 30 rounds and I ain't missing. Knock your head off, it's not a mid decision. Mute to the line, I ain't giving no description. I was out playing ball while I was in the kitchen. I served the candy and sugar. Cut that shit up till like I was a butcher. That team's on was a 501s. Boo sweater, snap back, felt gun. Broke his foot, had to up my funds. Bills to pay, miles to feed. Tryna find the energy to proceed. Made me hit the enemy, still the king. I'm still the king. Live my down, switching lanes, 700 whole pound. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever lead a quit without your brain. Don't get caught slipping, these are rules.
Is that Distressor like right there telling me that it has built-in distortion?
Stafarian, John Guardian, Ram so hot that you can box the car. You inhaling at me lungs like accordion. No one war with them, settle score with them. I can let the beat rap and then slide, I get fried.
Caught slipping, these are rules to the game. Switching lanes, 700 whole pound. Drum vibrates while I bump Andre to my compadre. Keep it on the low if you wanted to push weight. And don't you ever lead a quit without your brain. Don't get caught slipping, these.
I love how much better that 808 is sitting in the mix with everything. Yeah, I think it was a case of doing a little bit too much, and then like kind of just had to go back and like we learned something today. We learned more about the Empirical Labs Distressor, which is something that I've been using for a very long time, and I was familiar with the ratio like aspect of everything. I wasn't familiar with this aspect of everything, so I'm very glad I looked that up. Yeah, always ask questions. You know, if you never know, if you don't know something, just ask. You know, if you don't know, just ask. All right, gang, I'm about to bounce this one offline real quick. I'm putting hella load on the CPU tonight, so I'm about to end the stream. I'm about to bounce this one offline. I did say I was gonna go grab some food after like 2 hours. But hell yeah, I appreciate you sliding through the channel. I appreciate you sliding through the chat. I'm about to get off here. I can't wait to cook up this video for the YouTube channel afterwards and like do the like full recap on like when we did the first half with the vocals and all that good positive shit. But yeah, no, peace, love. Appreciate everybody who pulled through, and yeah, I'll get it with you next time.